heard a lot of the term design thinking lately. It's overused probably. What does it mean? It means those 5 steps. First, empathizing, defining, ideating, prototyping, testing, and then going all the way back and repeating it. What does empathize and define means? Empathize means love. Yes, you have a problem. Yes, you have a need. Probably other people does. Find the stories of people who have the same need and find how this is actually affecting their lives in a bad way. And this is how you're going to understand your client. So let me tell you a story through which I found love to my customer and I was able to empathize. Adam is a software engineer graduating this year with the highest GPA in his class. He's so excited to graduate, launch his career, and start building products. He graduated, applied for 30 jobs. 3 months later, no one got back. 6 months later, no one even called him, not a single interview. Adam cannot afford not having a job. He decided, he made a very bad decision choosing his major. He forgot about his degree, he got a job in a burger restaurant and said, this is it. I'm gonna forget all about software engineering. What do you feel? Sad. You empathize with my Adam. You empathize with my persona. You probably started seeing yourself in Adam. If I ask you, you probably have a picture of Adam in your mind. If you're a student, you're probably imagining yourself Adam one day. This is a story that I found of an end user, and this is how you empathize. Adam wished if universities actually gave practical skills for students to make them able to get jobs easy. He wished if companies would invest in fresh grads and hire them out of school. But that's utopia world. That will not happen. Frustration, a need for a solution. 7 months after working at 10 burger restaurant, Adam heard of a program, a coding bootcamp, that teaches soft skills along technical skills to make people hireable. He said, let me take a night shift at the restaurant and invest my day taking this coding bootcamp. After he graduated from the program, he got immediately referred to 3 jobs. 3 companies offered him a job. He chose the best one. 2 months later, he became a full employee and he was able to leave the restaurant and never come back except for having his favorite meal. How do you feel now? Happy. I moved the person that you empathized with in the moment of need to a very happy moment, proving to you how Back for Geeks, the coding bootcamp, provided him the solution he needed and moved him from a sad place to a very happy place. And this is the kind of stories you need to find about your own product. You find those stories, you understand better. Here we start actually drawing those characters. And what we call Adam is a persona. You need to find your own persona. After understanding the customer, empathizing, and finding all of those stories, now I need to find answers. I need to find solutions for those end users. Back in the days, if you want to build a product, you probably needed 3-4 years in a dark room where no one gets out, and then you launch after 3-4 years. Today, with how fast technology is, with how fast the change is, we cannot afford that. Our customers are changing and technology is changing. The needs of the users are changing daily. We need to adapt to that. Therefore, we need to move fast. Back in the days also, business people used to sit in the 14th floor. Those are the people who meet with the client. Programmers and designers designers probably are sitting in the -2 in a dark room with no windows, have no decision about the product. Today we say, let's bring them all together in one room. And that room should look like that. Together, we should come up with the idea. Together, we should co-create the solution. How? By following those simple steps. You remember the big paper when we wrote our goal? We're gonna look at that paper and we're gonna say, every one of us in the room will come up with 25 features individually to actually achieve that goal for our end user. After every person actually find out 25 features, it's time to sharing. Assume we have 4 people in the room, we will end up with 100 features. That's a lot. How happy the business people are, more money. How happy the client is, a bigger product. How sad the graphic designers and the programmers are because of more work. After we do this, it's time to actually share those ideas. But we're gonna share those ideas in a mode we call the talkie-walkie mode. Are you familiar with the talkie-walkie? The army phone that they usually use? So this army thing, you can only communicate. You can either talk or speak. You can never do both at the same time. And this is how we're gonna share our ideas and the feature we came up with. Usually this could be a little bit challenging in some cultures more than others, where people are not used to listening to the full idea of other people. Therefore, we bring a little ball, a stress ball. And I'll give it to you and I'll say, start sharing your features. As long as the ball is not in my hand, I'm not entitled to talk. Why we do that? Because I wanna preserve the uniqueness, the individuality, and the innovation of every feature. If I start talking, you find your idea very similar to mine, you will say, oh, I thought of the same thing, and we're probably gonna lose both ideas. This is why we share in the talkie-walkie mode. After we share, we're gonna find out that many of those ideas are very close to each other, or probably lies under the same group. So we will start grouping them, clustering them under big circles. Every feature related to social media will be in big circle. Every feature related to reviews, to customer, to post-review identification will be in one circle, and so on and forth. Next step is priority. We will number those unique features from 1 to 100, according to how important a feature is to achieve that main goal that we set. Yes, everyone is happy with 100 features, but now we're gonna only pick 5, and we're gonna decide I'm launching my product with only 5 features. How sad the client is now. No, I want my 100 feature. This is what you probably will hear from a client. Who used to use Facebook in 2007? You probably know how messed up it used to look like. You can only post, you can only add 1 picture at a time, you cannot tag people, you cannot have any reaction on any post. This is how Facebook started. With time, they understood how we are using it, and they adjusted based on that. If Facebook back in the days decided, I'm not launching my product unless I have face recognition to suggest tagging, suggestions of friends, checking in safe in case of crisis, do you think you would have known Facebook by today? You probably use the MIRC, MSN, Yahoo Messenger. Where are they today? Do you still use them? I don't even know if they exist anymore. But Facebook does exist. They started small. They started understanding their clients, their users. Based on whatever the user is needing, they adjusted, they created a new feature, and they grew. And this is how we convince our customers that we need to start small. That's cool. Now we know what are the features we're gonna work on. But do we actually know how every feature will look like? Do we actually know how every feature is gonna relate to the end users? This is how your notebook should look like. Every time you're trying to understand yourself, grab a notebook and start drawing. Let's pick one feature and start drawing it. We will actually draw the details of every page. So many times, the client, they think they know what they want. And then I start asking them, when the user opens your application, what do you want them to see first? And they say, I don't know. And I'm like, let's think together. Any application, when I open it, what do you see first? A logo. Logo will take you to a login or a sign-up page. The login or a sign-up page will take you then to the home page, and so on and forth. It's until then, it's until this session that I sit with the client and I say, tell me every screen, what every screen will have, what every button will lead me to, that they start to really understanding what is their idea and how they are going to reach their end user. We start drawing them page by page. But a notebook is not enough. Therefore, envision. If you want to take one thing out of my session,